Hey everyone, and welcome back to BMX News, a weekly BMX news show where I talk about everything that happened in the previous week within the world of BMX that I think you guys might care about. That being said, the first thing we're going to talk about this week from the title and thumbnail of this video is the fact that Nicole Kidman is apparently on board with BMX, or psyched on it enough to make an Instagram post after Logan Martin won at the Olympics. She made this post, and directly from the thumbnail, that the caption says, "Congratulations from this BMX bandit to Logan Martin for winning the first ever Olympic gold medal for freestyle BMX." Then tagged him in it. It's got like tens of thousands of likes on it. She's got millions of followers on Instagram because she was Judy in BMX Bandits, and I will admit that I honestly have never watched this movie, but I'm sure that there's a bunch of 30 and 40-year-old dudes out there right now who are stoked about this. So I thought I would talk about this first, and you guys can leave your memories of BMX Bandits and all your crushes on Judy in the comments down below, and I will do my best to go and watch the movie so that I can know what you're talking about in your memories. But that being said, we already talked about the Olympics, so you know who won gold in BMX men's freestyle at the Olympics. It was Logan Martin, with Daniel Dares getting second and Declan Brooks getting third. Let me know also in the comments if you think those scores are fair and if that is a good placement for their riding. I genuinely believe that it's like exactly the way I would have done it. Watching Daniel Dares run was flawless, and he did a lot of tricks that nobody else is going to do. He did a 720 can one-hander over that gigantic spine. Declan Brooks went higher than anybody else with amplitude and lots of tricks and just absolutely killed it. So I definitely think that those are fitting. And to give you guys the countries for these people, because you might care about that, Declan Brooks is from Great Britain, Daniel Dares is representing Venezuela, and Logan Martin obviously representing Australia. For the women's side of things, Nikita Ducaro got third, or bronze. She represented Switzerland, with Hannah Roberts representing the US getting second, and gold being Charlotte Worthington from Great Britain. And that run, straight up, my buddy Sponge was losing his mind when she did that front flip. She landed the 360 back flip, a little bit of a case, but it was a new trick for women's BMX contest and women BMX in general. And it was awesome to see her throw that down and then get a score that she deserved to take the gold. Then unfortunately, Hannah Roberts messed up a double whip in her next run and just completely gave up and didn't even finish her run. So Charlotte knew that she won at that moment. Jamie Bestwick was Great Britain's coach, and to see Declan Brooks get third in the men and then Charlotte getting first in the women, I'm sure he was stoked on that. And all in all, I thought the Olympics was really awesome, and there's already so much coming from it. You see Charlotte being on these TV shows and so many different interviews and all these things and drawings from people all around the world that she's posting in her Instagram stories. And you can see people like Nicole Kidman making a post about Logan Martin. She never would have ever even thought about Logan Martin more than just, oh, that's cool, had he not been at the Olympics or there not been BMX in the Olympics. So the mainstream is definitely taking notice, and I wish there was a way that we could like gauge it or use like statistics to see the actual impact that the Olympics is going to have on freestyle BMX, because it's definitely going to. And I know that there are going to be a million people out there, maybe not a million, but there's going to be people out there who are all like, oh, but the Olympics and purists and elitists and BMX and turn downs. To those people, you got to realize that someone seeing X Games or the Olympics on TV and then getting into BMX doesn't mean that they're going to ride in that style or they're going to ride and follow a specific path. It's just their path to get to BMX, and then they get to choose whatever they want to do from there, because maybe they want to ride like Charlotte or Declan Brooks or Logan Martin or Hannah Roberts or any of that, but maybe they come into BMX and then see someone like Garrett Reynolds and are immediately like, whoa, I want to do that. Or they see someone riding flatland like Terry Adams or Matthias Dandois and they want to do that. Or maybe, just maybe, they see Jamie Bestwick or anyone else who's riding vert and say that they want to do that. You just never know where someone might go, and having a pathway to the mainstream to get people into BMX it can only really be a good thing in my eyes. And there, I'm sure, are genuine and valid points as to why it might not be, but all I know is that there could be a whole bunch of new people who don't end up playing team sports that end after high school and have nothing going for them after high school and end up just not doing anything with their lives, get into BMX and find this lifelong thing that follows you way after high school, way after college, if you want it to, and can keep you active until like Mendo in Russia, until you're 68 years old and the guy's still killing it riding BMX. That is the most important part for me. I think it's great to see a productive thing that people can get into for their entire life if they want to. And that I think is awesome. So that's where I'm going to leave that. That's the Olympics. Let me know your thoughts on it in the comments down below. And let's have a conversation about this. And yeah, we'll move on from there to an interview from Vital BMX with Logan Martin about his gold medal win, where the Nicole Kidman thing is mentioned and a lot of other questions about the gold. Check that one out if you guys care about the behind the scenes with Logan Martin. And then after that, Austin Augie's Dawn of the Streets 2021 jam went down this past weekend, I believe. And there are 2 videos up from that. One is Matt Ray's video that he filmed and put together. And then the second is from Dig BMX, and it's their raw cut on the event. That one is like 20 something minutes long. So if you guys missed it, or you missed out on the action, or you didn't catch something you might want to see on Instagram or get a full picture of the event, these videos are going to do that for you. And we should talk about Dawn of the Streets. It's Austin Augie's event that he's putting up, I'm presuming money of his own. There might have been sponsors that put money in, but originally I think it was his own money. Either way, is an event that he's putting on where it looked like there's hundreds, if not 1,000 BMX riders in one spot for a street jam. And this is like the alternative to the Olympics. This is the, I'm in the streets, we're doing this as a community, as a scene. And I think that it can all exist. I think it's all awesome. And the fact that Austin Augie is doing this and putting this on, hopefully can be inspiration for other people out there to put on their own events, because you watching this, anyone watching this, there is nothing stopping you from organizing an event or a jam at your own local area. All you got to do is make a flyer and post about it a bunch, at least a month ahead of time, to get people aware of it and planning for it. And then it'll happen and it'll be fun and everyone will have a good time. You can go to Goodwill and buy a bunch of crap and make some handmade prizes that people will literally cherish forever, because those are the best ones. And yeah, anyone can do it. You can do it. Your friends can do it, and it can be an awesome time, and it just adds to the scene and gets people psyched, and that is what is up. So moving on from there, we also had a video from the Prov Park Jam 2021 put on by Profile Radshare and Circuit BMX. There's a video from that. It's like 3 minutes long if you want to check that out. And then news that I didn't think fit anywhere else, that Eric Ballman is on GT. Apparently he rode for GT some time ago for a couple years. Now he is back on GT now, and I'll be honest, I wasn't sure Eric Ballman was still riding BMX. I don't know that much about him, so if you guys are following Eric Ballman and you see what he's up to in riding BMX, fill me in the comments down below, because I once again don't know anything. So then after that, we can get into the videos from this week, and the first one I want to talk about is a video called Yellow from Odyssey, and it features a concept that I haven't ever seen in a video in BMX before, and I think it's really awesome. It's in the title, Yellow, where they're only riding yellow spots essentially, and the rider list in this one is insane. Justin Spreet, Travis Hughes, Hilaria Olivos, Brock Rayford, Zach Kramus, Gary Young, Jaron Barboza, Tom Dugan, Aaron Ross, Stone Kepler, Chase Krolicki, Scott Marceau, Preston Oker, Barney Schmalik, Speedy G, Poor Homie Rich, Boyd Hilder, Jacob Cable, Denham Cox, Corey Walsh, Matt Nordstrom, and Murray Lauser. That is a lot of people for a 4.5 minute long video, and they're all riding yellow spots. I think it's really cool, because all you gotta do is tell your team, hey, if you find something yellow and you get a clip on it, there it is. Or we're only gonna go out and find yellow spots. That's sick. And the video is sick as well. You know it's gonna be with that lineup. I mean, holy crap, that's a lot of heavy hitters. So check that one out if you want to. And then after that, we had a video from Mongoose called Dirtvana. And honestly, I hadn't watched the video up until I said that part, but I just got done watching this video. It's 2 minutes, 16 seconds long. And I'm just gonna say, every single person watching this news video right now needs to watch this one. It's got a narrator doing like a Dr. Seuss style story along with the video as they're like discovering Dirtvana. And I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone. I will say Fuzzy Hall makes an appearance in this video, so you're gonna want to check it out for that alone. But there's some really good riding in here, and it's just a fun video. That's all it comes down to, is it's fun. They did something cool, and there's a page in the description of the video that takes you to it and shows you like behind the scenes of making the video as well. And it looks like this was done with like real movie cameras. This was a real production to make this happen. And I think it was worth it. It's just a fun video that I think anyone can enjoy. And I think it kind of points back to like the roots of riding dirt and that being there no matter what. That's how I interpreted it, at least. Moving on from there, we got a bunch more videos that I thought were worth mentioning this week. The next one is another trails video for anyone who needs more dirt in their life. It's from the Vauxhall Trail Jam 2021 that went on over in the UK. Next up, we've got Matthew Palon, Welcome to Federal, followed by Monster Energy After X Games. This one features Lewis Mills, Felix Prangenberg, Alex Donachie, and Kevin Peraza. So after that, we've got a video on how to manual from Dan's Comp. I might need to watch that one. And then we got a couple longer videos. First up, we've got one with Matt Cordova called Summerlition, and it's from Demolition, and it's like 7 minutes long exactly. Then we've got one that's over 10 minutes long from Sunday called No Service, featuring Trent Lutzka, Brett Silva, Julian Ortega, and Jared Duncan. After that, we got one that's even longer than that from 50/50 BMX called Blood and Bullets. And then we've got a throwback video. I like putting these at the end of the video so I can talk about them last, because I feel like a lot of people might care about them. It's Bruce Chrisman's Hoffman Bikes 2004 video. It's uploaded to the Snakebite BMX YouTube channel. After that, we got a couple product related things to talk about. First, Kink's Fall and Winter 2021 apparel is already out at the beginning of August. Winter is coming and I'm sad about it. Then we've got the news that Kink's 2022 complete bikes are also out now. Then we got one interview thing to talk about, and that is Morgan Wade's Unclicked podcast. And I'll be honest, I haven't had a chance to listen to this one yet. I do know that it has to be good because this is a long video. It is literally 3.5 hours long of a podcast, and it's Morgan Wade. The dude has been an animal in BMX for as long as anyone can remember, so you know he's got amazing stories. He's done insane things, so to hear the behind the scenes behind those things has got to be good. And there's actually timestamps in the description so I can give you some of the topics they talk about. First, how's Matt Hoffman doing, why he's in San Diego, his Road Fools 5 cameo, also how BMX changed and Morgan didn't. They talked about that for like 12 minutes. I'm curious to hear that one because that is definitely the truth. Morgan Wade has always been Morgan Wade. Turning down big offers after Drop the Hammer. Also, the Mega Ramp origin story, the one-handed double whip. You guys got to know about that. And then the one that I'll leave you guys on here. Does Resi count is a topic that they talk about in here. So check it out if you guys care. I know I am going to listen to this entire thing, and I know that it's going to be good already. Morgan seems like a solid person and an entertaining person who has a lot to talk about. So that being said, let me know your guys' thoughts on Nicole Kidman, Judy from BMX Bandits, who won at the Olympics, or anything else that I talked about in today's BMX news video. If you enjoyed it and you're new here or you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button while you're leaving a comment down below, and hopefully that'll mean we'll see you tomorrow for another video. Thank you for watching.